Farmers Insurance, this is Todd.
Yeah, trying to get a quote.
Sure. Who am I speaking with?
It's Philip Hensley.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good.
I got a deal in the mail from you, so.
Yeah, what is your home address?
It's 4840.
I'm pulling you up here. Perfect. And then, Philip, are you married?
Yes.
What's your wife's name?
It's Jeannie.
So tell me a little bit about your house. So the mailer that you got in the mail, how it works in Texas is I have to give all the discounts applicable, so those are the best rates we can get. I hate calling it a teaser, but that's what I have to, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get all that.
So one of the major discounts on a home is the roof. When's the last time it was replaced at your house?
It was 4 years ago.
Okay, about
2014.
2014?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's where it was.
And then who is your current home insurance company with?
The Texas Farm Bureau.
Have you noticed your rates going up with them?
Not like State Farm, no.
Oh, did you used to have State Farm?
Oh, I had State Farm all my life until Texas Farm.
Yeah. What did Texas Farm Bureau raise your rates to this renewal?
Let's see, they only went up by $10. I mean, on our cars we pay $248.
And then is that what about your home? Do you know your home?
The home, let's see, it actually runs, and we pay monthly. Runs $124 a month.
So are you looking at your deck pages right now?
Yeah. Yeah, just the bills that are currently coming due.
Gotcha, not the actual coverages.
I've got some kind of coverage here. This is auto policy coverage.
Something really convenient that I could do for you is if you don't mind, I could send you a quick text, and then you can just reply back with a photo of your declaration pages, just the page that shows the coverages. Is that something that we could do?
I can do I'll have to see if I can find the homeowners.
Okay. What's your cell phone?
It's 972. Would it be easier to email it to you?
You tell me, because sometimes it's pretty simple just to reply back with a photo. Take a photo, and do you know how to do that with texting?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, so I just sent that text off to you. You don't have to do it right this second. Ask you a couple more questions on the home. Now, do you have a 1% wind and hail deductible and all other deductible?
Huh? Yeah, see, I don't know that.
Okay, so if you take a photo of that declaration page on the home, because one of the places, especially in Texas, with hail happening so frequently, is insurance companies will increase your deductible. So I want to make sure that I'm at least apples to apples on that. And then you mentioned your cars. What year, make, and model of cars do you guys drive? Good deal. And on your auto, do you know if you have $500 deductibles, or do you know what those are?
Probably 1,000.
1,000?
I mean, yeah, on the auto, I do the least match you can do.
Okay.
Because, I mean, 1,000 ain't that much money anymore.
Sure. And it will only take me about 15 minutes to customize your quote for you. So, but one of the questions I want to ask you is, when is usually the best time of day to reach you?
Anytime.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Hey, it's my cell phone. I have it with me all the time.
Perfect. And then we have occupational discounts. What is it you and your wife do for a living?
Should be homemaker.
Okay.
I guess what you call it. And then I'm self-employed.
Oh, great. What kind of work do you do?
Electrical.
Nice.
I've got a small electrical company. It used to be bigger, but we downsized that.
Okay. I actually, so Farmers Insurance with contractors, especially electrical contractors, has some crazy good rates. Who are you insured with through your electrical company?
It's a kind of a off-wall. I'd have to get the paperwork to find out, but it's we've been there 12 years maybe.
Okay. How many employees do you?
Only 4.
Well, don't say it like that. That's a good size.
Oh, we used to have 15.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a nightmare.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I have 6 here at my agency, and it can It can be fun sometimes, to say the least.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I'm going to get to work for you. Do you prefer Phil or Philip?
I actually go by Troy.
Troy. Well, that makes more sense here. I'm going to put in here. It goes by Troy. Okay. Troy, I'm going to go to work for you right now, and then I'm going to give you a call back in about 15, 20 minutes. Does that work for you?
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can't find the homeowner's deal. I might have thrown it away by accident.
Okay. Just reply back by text that you can't find it. If you can, just take a photo of it for me.
The auto I do, I'll get that to you, and I'm going to go look for the other. Okay?
Perfect. Thanks so much. Call you here soon.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Troy. Todd McLean at Farmers.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's better to send the quote by? I can email it to you if you're in front of a computer, or I can text it to you.
Email will be fine.
Okay, what's your email?
Troy.
I'm emailing that over to you right now.
Okay.
How long have you had Texas Farm Bureau for?
4 years.
Have you had to use or change the policy at all recently? Like
No.
filing a claim? Okay.
Oh, well, yes, we did. It was one big windstorm or something.
Did they not replace the roof at that storm?
No, the roof was fine.
Okay.
It was actually in the last year and a half, 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And it had all vinyl siding on we got a place out back.
Uh-huh.
And it had all vinyl siding on it. Ripped a bunch of that off, and I went back. Well, I went back with all regular wood siding.
Okay.
And put all over it. I got rid of that vinyl siding.
Okay. So I emailed you the quote. Let me know when you've got that pulled up in front of you.
Oh, it might take a minute.
Sure. Because there was quite a difference, and I can, while you're pulling out your computer and getting in your email, so your homeowner's policy with Texas Farm Bureau, it's called an A policy, or we call them HOAs. And so that's the lowest contract you can buy in Texas. It doesn't include things like foundation slab leak. Were you aware of that?
No, I'm not really up on all that stuff.
Okay. So that's you can get yourself into some trouble with homeowners insurance because there's multiple different types of contracts. And there's also a lot of exclusions that can be built in the lower the contract that you get. So with homeowners insurance, how I explain it to people is you pay for what you get. So you can either put more of the risk on the insurance company and you're going to pay a higher premium, or you can put more on yourself and save money. Now there's two ways you can do that though. You can still get a really good homeowners policy, but increase your deductible. So basically you're still covering a lot more scenarios like foundation slab leak if your house flooded, right? If the slab cracked and it flooded the entire house, you could get that covered with a better contract and just increase your deductible and be out of pocket a little bit more and still have the entire thing covered versus what you have now.
Well, when they did that out there, I was out. Because I upgraded everything, and so I was out of pocket a lot of money anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they just was allowing for vinyl siding, and it was older, so, they were, what do you call it?
Actual cash value?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the other thing that policy comes with is actual cash value. So I recommend full replacement cost. The difference in payout can be pretty dramatic, where, if you had a kitchen fire and smoke damaged the entire home, I mean, you're talking tens, if not $100,000 less payout because of actual cash value versus replacement cost, right? So that's the main problem I see is it's not necessarily the coverage amounts, it's the actual contract that you have. Has no slab leak, has no mold coverage, has no replacement cost.
It's probably the thing you could probably get. Seeing this, I have no mortgage on this house.
Right.
It's paid for, so
So you tell me what you like, because I can put more risk on you and quote you a cheap policy like this, if that's what you like to do. Some people like to self-insure. Or if you want to pay, it's going to be about $400 or $500 more than you're paying now, but mold, slab leak, and full replacement cost comes with that policy.
Yeah, see, I don't really need to go, because I've remodeled, this house totally remodeled. It was built in 78, but it's been totally remodeled and everything.
So you put a lot of money into it then?
I've got a little, yeah.
So do you want that covered?
So, yeah, right. And I think they were covering it for $187.
Correct. That's the dwelling, so the outside structure of the home is, yes, $187.
See, I've actually have another house out back. As far as taxes, they think it's a garage. But it's a complete house, kitchen, bathroom. It's got its own septic, everything.
Okay. I needed to ask you that, and I didn't. How many square foot is that?
It's, I think right at 1,000.
Okay. If you had to replace that structure, what would you think it would cost?
Let's see, I've got 20. When I did the kitchen, the bathroom, and all that, and the septic, that was 25,000, I think.
Because at 1,000 square foot, we typically average about $70 to $80 a square foot.
Right. That's low end, even.
Yeah, absolutely. So if a tornado hit that, would you want to rebuild it like a separate house, or would you just not rebuild it at all? Because your current policy only gives you $18,000.
Right. I would rebuild it, yes.
Okay, so that's a big deal. If I increased, I'm gonna make a change here to my policy. So we're not even in the same ballpark as far as trying to do an apples to apples quote here.
Right.
So I'm gonna update my home. Are you looking at the quote by chance?
Yes, I have it pulled up on here.
And so I guess we can just start with auto since it's there at the top. Are you able to see where it says auto quote?
Yes.
All right. So on your auto insurance, I was able to save you some money, but just like the home coverage was the cheapest one you could buy, the auto insurance, you had state minimum liability limits. Were you aware of that?
No.
Okay. So if you scroll down under coverage, line 3 says bodily injury liability coverage. Do you see that line? And if you turn your phone sideways, it's bigger too. So what that 30/60 means is that you have $30,000 per person and $60,000 maximum payout if you injure someone in an accident. And so we don't get to choose what kind of accidents we get into. Right? If you hit somebody and they have a fender bender but they fly off the highway, do you think $30,000 is going to cover any kind of lawsuits and medical expenses?
Probably not.
Yeah. So right now, the average accident in Texas, anywhere from a fender bender to killing someone, is about $300,000. And so that's why I'm quoting you $100,000 per person, but a $300,000 maximum payout. So 5 times the coverage of what you have now. The problem being self-employed too is attorneys will find that out. They'll find out that you own your house outright, and they'll come after you for everything they can. There's a lot of Texas smart hammer lawyers out there for injuries. So I definitely don't recommend state minimum. The line right below that, property damage coverage, is at $25,000. The problem there is most cars are worth more than $25,000. And so if you did damage a vehicle or multiple cars or even a guardrail is ridiculously expensive. So I doubled that and did $50,000. The other coverage that you had, uninsured motorist and underinsured motorist, I quoted you the same limits. That basically covers you and your family if you get hit by somebody that's underinsured or doesn't have insurance. Okay, so 5 times the liability coverage, which is the really important part about insurance. I quoted you to the same $1,000 deductibles. I did add in roadside assistance, so if your wife ran out of gas or had a flat, right? Or you guys need a car towed, that's all included. They didn't have that in your policy now. Do you guys have something else different, like AAA or something?
AAA.
Okay. So I don't.
That's the thing. She don't drive. She don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I don't even know the last time she's driven. That car, I use it in the morning, take a couple of kids to school, a mile down the road, and that car sits here. We don't even drive it hardly.
Gotcha. Do you have a loan on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost over. Everything's almost paid off, thank goodness.
Okay, good deal. So I was able to get you 5 times the coverage and still save you something. If I quoted you apples to apples, I'm a lot less. But I'm sorry?
Yeah, no, I understand that. Sure.
It's one of those things where would you rather save $400, but if something happened, you're going to get garnished wages forever. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You can still save something and get a lot better, is what I was quoting you there. So if you scroll down, how does that sound on the auto?
Well, it sounds good.
Okay. And then if you scroll down on the home is where I was struggling a bit because I didn't know whether you would prefer to self-insure on things like, foundation slab leak, mold, and replacement costs. And so I quoted you my best policy that you can get, which I included $217,000 for the dwelling. I don't see how you can replace your house at 188 with 1,900 square feet. Right. And then the separate structures, does it say line 2, 97,000 for me now on your screen?
Separate structures. Oh, no. I still have it at
21?
21.
Okay, if you could, just hit the refresh on your browser on your phone. I'm now adding in a separate structure at 97,000. So this is the big deal on pricing too. A lot more coverage for that separate building that you have. Everything else I'm giving you more coverage on. I didn't even see on your current declaration page liability coverage. One of the things I want to point out, in order for me to get the price at $1,650 for the year, which would be $130 or $158 a month, I had to do a 2% wind and hail deductible. And so since you have a newer roof, how old, you said it was 4 years old, but what's the warranty on that roof?
I don't even remember. What?
Maybe like a 30-year shingle?
Yeah, it'd be at least that, yeah.
Okay. So it's your call, right, because you would take the risk of a higher deductible on wind and hail. If baseball or softball size hail comes through, you definitely need a new roof. But you can save money since you know you won't need a new roof by having a higher wind and hail deductible. If I quoted you apples to apples, my pricing is about $1,100 a year, so I could save you $300, but it goes back to the same thing I found on your auto. Do you want foundation slab leak, mold, and full replacement costs on everything?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I really need it. I mean, watch it now. You're saying all this, and it'll come up.
That's exactly what happens. So I mean, I can get the premium down some, and then here's another question: on our homeowners insurance, you can save a good amount of money paying in full. It's 10% off. Would it be convenient for you to pay off the homeowners policy for the year instead of doing monthly?
And what would that run?
Well, instead of $158 a month, the entire annual premium would only be $1,650 for the better policy.
Oh, just pay straight $1,650.
Right.
Oh.
If you wanted to lower the coverage, if you wanted to remove things like full replacement cost, let me tell you what the price is real quick.
It's just at $159 a month. I mean, that's a lot more coverage, isn't it?
It's significant. I mean, that building in the back is now covered where it's not now. Full replacement costs on everything. If you did have a slab leak, a pipe burst in your foundation and flooded your home, that would be covered. If there was mold in the house because of a water claim, it would be covered. So, yeah, significantly, you're going from the worst contract now, which is an A, to a W, which is the best. So
yeah, because that price ain't out of the ballpark. I mean, to me that's better anyway. So
okay, so you'd rather keep those good coverages then?
Yeah, just go ahead and keep it.
Okay. So I love
what my wife will do.
That's funny. So the only caveat is I did quote a 2% wind and hail. And then if you wanted to, would you rather pay it in full to save that money?
The monthly versus
the
monthly? No, I'd rather keep it monthly.
Okay. So let me update this. And then just so you know, we do have other ways to save more money in the future, like if we ever wrote your business policies. Any other policies that you have, like a boat or jet ski, RV, anything like that? Okay. I can switch everything for you if you want me to. And the only thing that we would need to get started is your payment on the auto.
Okay.
And then I can cancel your Farm Bureau policies for you, so you don't have to do anything there.
Can we do this on Thursday?
Absolutely. Okay, so I will.
Just if you could call me back.
Yeah.
Because I'll have to transfer funds.
Okay. I will. I'll get everything set up for you. And then what time, morning, afternoon, evening, is better for you on Thursday?
It should be Thursday. Let me see. Probably getting close to the evening time.
Okay. I will give you a call Thursday evening then.